winner of the 2024 Texas Regional Radio Music Awards Internet Radio Station of the Year.
Uvalde Radio.
UvaldeRadio.net. We are coming at you live from Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street in downtown Uvalde. We call it Friday Night Live, and we feature the rising stars of Texas music every Friday night. And we've had a great season. This summer has been a hot one, but we've had some hot acts, and it's cool. Today here at Broadway 830, we got an old friend we haven't seen in quite some time. Please welcome Drew Moreland. What's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot, man. What's going on with you?
Normally I clap and applaud.
We don't have condenser mics to pick it up today.
Yeah, I'm holding my mic. I said this the last couple of weeks because it's been that long since I've had my mic stand. But you normally, woo, yay, clap, clap. So, Drew, man, thanks for being out here, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, a couple of years at least.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
So, this might be the first time I've seen you live on air since I've been doing the internet station, or did we do a thing?
No, I think it has been first. But the last time was at the radio, the terrestrial.
At the FM radio station. Yeah, that was,
2020, probably.
It was 2019 latest, yeah. So, UvaldeRadio.net is now 5 years old.
Awesome.
As of July, so I know it's been since then. Now, I think I've seen you. Might have been at one of the earlier TIRC awards, maybe?
Yeah, we played at one of the first TIRC awards, probably in 2021.
Right.
And I've seen you at some of the other award shows, but not in the station ever.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good to kind of, and it's good to be for you to come out to Uvalde, man.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to say this because I know you're not too far.
Based out of New Braunfels area, which is not too far in Texas terms. We drive a whole lot longer than that to our shows.
Right. But I want to say thank you very much because, man, gas is a B right now.
Yeah, it's not great.
And it's hot. And so I just appreciate you putting the miles on the vehicle and taking the time out of your day.
My pleasure,
man. So,
yeah.
And I know you're no stranger to these parts. Let's go and talk about your history in Uvalde because I know, if I'm not mistaken, the very first time we interviewed, you were just kind of promoting your single and you just kind of hit the road and you were like, hey, Uvalde's got a radio station. Didn't you just swing by?
Yeah, I think I just stopped in.
Kind of an ambush radio.
Yeah, I was doing a radio tour just as I was driving through town. Around that time, I was a hunting guide in Freer, Texas, and just was in South Texas a lot, and so it was an easy stop for me. Yeah. So
I've always admired that you're a hard worker. You get out there, you hustle.
Most of the time.
Put the hours and time in.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you've been doing it a while now, so you have to pick and choose.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I'm finally to the point where I can choose the gigs I want to do instead of taking every opportunity that comes my way, and it keeps me inspired to just play with the people I want to play with and show up when I want to show up instead of having to do everything, which is really nice.
Very good, man. Well, let's go and talk about your story, Matt. Do you know what? Let's do this. Let's get right to the song because you got a new single.
The new single, Down in Alabama,
I want to get that on right now so everybody knows who we're talking about because it's in rotation.
Yeah.
But sometimes if we go too long, they're like, we don't even know that guy's song. So if you don't know, this is Drew Moreland. His new single is called Down in Alabama. We're going to talk all about it once you hear it and get it back in your brain, all right? We are Friday Night Live. We're Uvalde Radio. Oh, I just lost my play here. It's Friday Night Live, and we're on UvaldeRadio.net.
Down in lower Alabama, there's a trailer park off Highway 49. She grabs a handful of Valium, chokes it down with a tall glass of wine. She ain't seen her kids, it's been 6 months now since the courts took them away. They live with their daddy up in Jackson. His new wife gets all her love on Mother's Day. Yeah, she's down. She's down in Alabama. God knows she's down. time back in Alton 5. She was the homecoming queen, and in her senior yearbook they wrote she had what it took, and voted her most likely to succeed. So they could see her here today in this drunk stone state. Wouldn't they be surprised? She used to love everything, now she'd do anything just to get high. Yeah, she's down. She's down in Alabama. God knows she's down. She's down in Alabama. There was no breeze blowing, the heat of the day. She closed all the windows and pulled down the shades. A week's worth of papers lay out in the yard. She rolled up the sleeve on her arm. Yeah, she's down. She's down in Alabama. God knows she's down. She's down in Alabama. Lord knows she's down. She's down in Alabama. God knows she's down. She's down in Alabama.
This is UvaldeRadio.net. We are live at Friday Night Live, Broadway 830 at 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. If you're local to the area, you know the place, man. Come out here for some great artisan pizza. They got the best craft beer and fantastic drink specials, new drink specials for August. The Starburst, the Tropical Bay Breeze, Salty Sweet Margarita, and the Pink Drink. So talk to your server about those once you get here and indulge in those. And matter of fact, if you watch the live music on the patio tonight, $4 pints from now till 10 p.m. While Drew Moreland's on stage. We got Drew in from Marion. Is that where you're from? Or
yeah, I live in Marion, Texas,
okay.
Near New Braunfels. I usually say New Braunfels because most people know where that's at. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So Drew is here. We just did his current single to radio called Down in Alabama. And it's a good one, man. So
Thank you.
Good to have you pushing music out to radio again. Let's go on, Drew. Let's talk about the song before we talk about everything else.
Well, that song is one I heard a friend of mine play at a songwriter event we were doing, and he had never really recorded it, and he asked me if I was interested in any of his material about 6 months later, and I said, I want to do that one.
Yeah.
And so we went up to Fort Worth Sound with Bart Rose.
Bart Rose is the man.
He's the man.
Yeah.
And he gave us the sound we wanted, and it just came out amazing.
I love that I hear Bart because I used to do radio in Dallas for many years, in rock radio.
Yeah.
And Bart did a lot of the great rock in Dallas from the 90s and the early aughts when I was really active in promoting local music out there. And every time I come across a Texas release, a country release with his name on it, I get all the tingles.
Well, honestly, we went to Bart because we wanted a little bit more of a rock edge on this album.
Yeah,
we
cool.
Definitely got it. Yeah, it's like a mix of Southern rock, Texas country, red dirt, all that in one.
So on a side, real quick, for the Bart Rose fans out there, and he's an award-winning producer
Absolutely
in studio
is,
as well, too. Can you give me any? How are they doing over there? Any new artists they're working with that you might have absorbed?
I really don't remember any of the names he said he was working with. I know he works with my friend Creed Fisher a lot, and that's actually who gave us the recommendation to go up there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's always neat when we can talk about different parts of the family.
Absolutely.
That are in this industry.
Yeah.
So again, Drew Moreland here. The song is called "Down in Alabama." Now, this is just your buddy's song, or was it a co-write with you?
I changed a few things.
Okay.
I didn't really take any co-writing credit on it because he had started a long time ago, and honestly, I make enough money off distribution. I feel like sometimes if I take songwriting credit on some of this stuff too, it dilutes the amount of money they would get, and I'd rather them get their fair share. So
well, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
And it's cool that you can put your brand on it, and because you've been doing this a while.
Yeah.
Put your spin and add your expertise to somebody you say is kind of new with this, I guess.
He's been doing it for a long time,
Okay.
but he's from up in Kansas, came down to Texas about 5 years ago.
Okay, cool.
We became instant friends. I've known him for a long time, but didn't really hear that song until later on, and
Has he
just
had
had
any
to
other
do
stuff
it.
published by any other artists?
Not that I'm aware of, no,
Cool.
not really. But he's got a pile of other songs I might record, so you might hear some more of him. Seth Henry Morse, if anybody wants to look him up.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
All right, so and as far as lyrically, is that what resonated with you? Was it the music?
It was
what
all of
made
it, the
you?
vibe, the lyrics, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a story I could get behind. I don't really record songs that I can't identify with, and I really could identify with this one a lot, unfortunately.
Very
It's
cool,
kind of a
very
sad
good.
song if you listen to the words, but it's a great tune, man.
All right, and so as far as pushing it to radio, what's the response been from the radio folks, from the listeners, your fans? How's it been so far?
We've done really well. The fans loved it out of the gate. We leaked the song to a select few fans, and they leaked it to some other people, and the response was all like overwhelmingly good. I think on the radio we've gotten on all the Texas charts,
Cool.
some position somewhere, you know. I don't try to keep track of that anymore. It's a lot of work, but somebody else does that, and it's gone really well for us. Yeah.
And as far as you keep people download it, stream it.
Yeah, it's on all
platforms,
streaming
all that stuff,
platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you can stream music, it's there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, very good. So let's just go and talk about other material. Are you working on new stuff? Is there? Are you in the studio anytime soon?
Robert,
Are you
we're always working on new stuff.
sitting on anything right now? That's
We're actually working on a new
tour.
tour. My good friend Kayla Jane and I decided to join forces, and we picked up a band that is going to be her backing band as the opener, and my backing band as the headliner to go on tour next year. And we have a lot of new material packed into that set.
So like a 2-act tour ready to go.
2 acts, 1 band.
Yeah.
It's
Makes it easy, too.
A really efficient way to travel.
Very, very cool.
All pack into 1 van and just hit the road.
And what kind of have you got any dates booked yet, or is it still in the?
We're waiting to make
stages?
sure we have the project together before I really start making phone calls. And most of the venues that we play start booking like about 6 months out. So we're going to wait till we have it all together, and then I'll start making the phone calls.
Now, you said Kayla Jane.
That's right.
Heard the name. I'm not too familiar with her. Give me a quick background.
Her current single is called Queen of Bad Decisions.
Okay.
I think it's her first push to radio.
And I've seen that on the charts, too, as well.
Yeah, it's a great song. She has more of a kind of a pop rock edge, but still some country in there, and just a great singer. Great singer.
Yeah, no. Mark said he's promoting that.
He is,
Yes.
yeah. So we went into the studio probably 6 months ago to start recording that, and she asked me to produce it for her. I played bass and some guitar tracks on it. My guitar player, Garrett McKinley, played lead guitar for it.
Oh, wow.
And it just was a family-produced kind of
Now,
thing.
I just realized I've heard it. It's a cool tune,
Yeah.
and I remember because she's got that kind of a cool rock edge with the tattoos.
Yep. Oh,
the
yeah.
attitude, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. With a cowboy hat.
Very cool, man. All right, so I'm looking forward to that. Hoping maybe you can swing that through Uvalde or something, man.
I would love to, man.
We'll
yeah.
talk about that later down the line. So, as far as this hot band you got, that's going to be kind of cool, getting these, because it gives them double purpose, and working musicians love to have a reason to be
Absolutely.
out,
Twice the money.
right? Very cool, man.
Yeah.
You want to give a shout out to any of the guys that are in the band, or is that still kind of...
The main other
together?
partner besides Kayla is my boy James McDonald, and for the last couple of years we've been touring as a 3-piece, and he's gone between drums and guitar, just whatever the band needs, and so he'll be in the band as well, featured prominently. He's my music director, because a lot of times I'm, singing towards the audience and I can't turn around and make any corrections if we have to, he takes care of that for me. He's a great dude and an amazing musician.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great to get to a place where you can have a music director, and a lot of people don't even realize that, or a lot of artists don't have one because they just don't realize how much better it would be to have,
Well, it took a long time for me to trust anybody to do it, but I trust him.
That's
for
awesome,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about you, man. So we know what's kind of coming up in the future, where you're kind of at right now with the radio single. For those who don't know Drew Moreland, let's go ahead and do the quick back bio.
The back bio, I grew up in San Antonio, had a career in IT, decided to semi-retire, played music for a church for a long time. I was a hunting guide, and then I wrote a bunch of songs in a garage with my brother-in-law in 2016. We tried to get somebody else to record them, but nobody else wanted to, so I laid down the vocals for it, and we released them and hit it off, man. The first single was 5 O'Clock Somewhere Kind of Love. It was like a real two-step kind of country song, and among those songs was a song called God and Cash, which now has like several million streams.
Wow.
And I never thought I'd do it for a living, didn't even really plan on it, and it just worked out. I always wanted to. Yeah.
Awesome,
it's been
man.
great for me.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get up playing another one of your songs. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about the early days for those who don't know yet. It's Drew Moreland. Again, he's performing live tonight, 7 to 10 p.m. on the patio here at Broadway 830. Again, we got $4 pints till 10 p.m. Great artisan pizza, some awesome drink specials, and great live music by Drew Moreland, who has not been in Uvalde for a minute. So
a hot minute, yeah.
It's an honor to have you back in town, man. We're going to do one called Come On Loretta.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Drew Moreland, and this is UvaldeRadio.net on Friday Night Live.
Come on, Loretta. Come on, Loretta. Come on, Loretta. Let's swing around. Come on, Loretta. Come on, Loretta. Come on, Loretta. Let's swing around. I can't dance, still can't dance. Whole holler knows that I can't dance. I'm gonna try, sure gonna try whatever it takes to make you mine. So come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, let's swing around. That's still young, that's still young, till the sun comes up, and that's still young. On the floor, on that floor, we'll be kicking up sawdust on that floor. Learn I can, learn I can, learn I will to be your man. Come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, let's swing around. Heaven above, Loretta, you were sent from heaven above. To make blind men turn, blind men whistle, and you walk by. So sure of it, so sure of it, I'm trying to dance. So come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, let's swing around. Hey! Come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, let's swing around. Come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, come on, Loretta, let's swing. Let's swing. Let's swing. Swing around.
InterNetRadio.net Friday Night Live, featuring the rising stars of Texas music. We do it every Friday night. We do it live here at Broadway 830, located at 100 East Main Street in downtown Uvalde. We're going to have live music with that gentleman right there, Drew Moreland, performing tonight, 7 to 10 p.m. on the patio. Again, $4 pints till 10. Great food and some really cool, unique drink specials. I'm going to read these again because they're fun to say. The Starburst, the Tropical Bay Breeze, Salty Sweet Margarita, and the Pink Drink. Pink Drink might go good with that baseball we're watching over there, huh?
Yeah, the Savannah Bananas.
The Savannah Bananas, man. You know what do you know about this league we're watching on ESPN?
I really don't know a whole lot about it.
No
Just
joke.
different rules, and it looks a whole lot more entertaining than regular baseball.
Man, they're wearing cowboy hats and I want to say leg warmers. These guys are like the village people of baseball.
Yeah, they're doing
sports.
it and having a good time doing it.
And honestly, it's making more sense than the Olympics.
Yeah, for sure.
So we just did your song, Come On Loretta. Go and give me the backstory real quick on that song.
Come On Loretta is one of the other ones that a good friend of mine, Chris Smith, wrote. He's from Spring Branch, and I think he had tried to record it before. Didn't really go very far with it, and it's such a great dance tune. We started playing it in the set, and I decided to release it as a single. And, people love that one, and you can't help but get up and dance to Come On Loretta. Let's swing around.
Right, I was just saying Loretta.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
So now these are the last two songs played are songs from other writers. I know you do. You're a prolific.
Yeah, it's interesting because
yourself.
most of the stuff I release is my own rights.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if you could kind of guesstimate, what would you say that ratio is? 60-40, 50-50, 70-30 on recordings that you
Honestly,
do?
there's only 3 I've ever recorded that I don't have song rights on. I did a Robert Earl Keen cover, Feeling Good Again, and then those 2 songs we just played.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
Very good, man. So we're in the other side of Drew Moreland for sure.
That's
then.
right.
And while we're talking about your catalog, tell me just for those who are interested, how much material is out there? How many records, singles, EPs?
We have 2 full records, an EP, and 3 singles, I think. Yeah.
Right on. So, as far as over the years, the songwriting, the recording, do you have a core group that you work with, whether it's engineering, recordings, studios, or do you kind of change it up by projects?
The first time we ever went to a studio and used anybody else for producing or recording was for the most recent record. All the other stuff I recorded at least part or in whole at my house, and then took it to Bill Green in San Antonio at
CD Tex.
Yeah, he has a recording studio there, so he mixed all my other material until then.
I didn't know you were a Bill Green guy. Makes sense.
He's been great to me.
How's he doing? I haven't seen him in a minute.
I actually haven't seen him in a while either, but everything he's ever done for us, it always put that country pedigree on the sound, and
he's got all those old schoolers that he works with.
He does, and he had a great steel guitar guy to come in for us, and other guys to just fill out those records when I didn't have the players to do it myself.
It's crazy. I mean, if you want your record to sound like classic George Strait, just take it.
He'll do it.
Yeah,
what's nice is I did half of the work, and so it could never quite go to that classic of a sound.
Right, yeah.
But the production was classic production, and that's what I really, really liked.
Yeah. Very cool, man. And then was Debbie a part of your early promotion work?
She
too?
promoted my first 3 singles, I think. Yeah, and I loved working with her as well. I think she's retired now.
She's retired from record promoting.
But when I put out Down in Alabama, I got a phone call from her, and she said she loves the song. It's a little sad, but it's a great song.
That's awesome. Still being a mom.
Still being a mom. She's good. I love Debbie too.
That's fantastic. Again, it's Drew Moreland. Be sure to find all his music and stream it on Spotify and all the applicable places. And be sure and listen to UvaldeRadio.net for the current single, Down in Alabama, which is climbing up the Texas charts right now. We're happy to have Drew back in town. When's the last time, or have you ever actually played in Uvalde live?
I'm not sure that I have. I played in Castroville a bunch between 2017 and probably 2019. But I don't think I've ever had a full show.
What about Sabinal or maybe Campwood or Concan?
Never have.
Never done Concan either?
No.
I'm surprised by that. That's crazy. Well, man, it's good. You're making your Uvalde debut.
Absolutely.
I'd
love to come down and play.
I thought it might be because I've been in town back for 7 years, and I can't recall having had you here. But then again, I'm not everywhere. So this is an honor, man. It's good. Thanks for doing this.
Right on, man.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about now. Do you have? We're talking about the tour you're going to go on here. But do you have outside of the band that you're putting together here for this, do you have a core band that you use locally? Do you have a Drew Moreland band, or is it kind of more like hired guns type of situation?
It has been historically hired guns.
Yeah.
The two guys who I've been able to count on are one of my guitar players, Garrett McKinley, who has gotten booked with a lot of other bands lately, and so that's why we're kind of doing a lineup change for next year. And then who I mentioned before, James McDonald, and he's still on the project. But if we've ever wanted to do more than a three-piece, I've always had to do hired guns. This will be the first time we've had a full band that's committed to just this project.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So for those who might come out and see you tonight, it's going to be Drew Moreland solo acoustic.
Yep.
And for those who might love what you do, how would you describe the difference between the experience between a solo show and a full band show?
Well, it's stripped down as far as the instrumentals go, but it's still got good high energy. Man, I love singing in an acoustic setting because I can just really showcase what I can do on an acoustic guitar and in my voice, you know.
Very cool. Now, obviously, you've got plenty of original stuff to go through. Do you toss in some covers, some standards? And
for 3 hours, I definitely do covers. And if anybody wants to hear a specific song, I definitely take requests. I always do that.
You got that tip jar up front, though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That helps.
It can get kind of weird, but I like it that way. Whatever you want to hear, if I can play it, I'll do it.
Very cool, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you live, man. It's going to be a good time to spend a minute. I got one more song I'm going to play. I'm going to do Sinner and Saint before we wrap it up.
I wrote that one.
There you go. Right,
yeah.
Here you go. So 1 out of 3. I'm going to go and play it now, then we'll wrap up and give all the plugs, okay?
Sounds great.
So once again, it's Drew Moreland tonight for Friday Night Live, Broadway 830. Again, the address, you guys know what I say it every week, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. Join us out here for some great food and a fabulous time with Texas music. This is Drew Moreland, Sinner and Saint, and this is UvaldeRadio.net.
Life of the party, always alone. With a lonesome little son. Things I remember, the folks I forget. That don't bother me none. The white lines get longer if you trade whiskey for coke. Hard to hide the man you are if it's in the songs you wrote. I never thought it'd be the reason Mama cries in church, and sometimes that hurts. I've been Jesus, Judas, a sinner and saint. I try walking a straight line, but most times I can't. Battle got a hold of me. 23 and never let go. I got some demons you'll never know. Driving home to San Antonio from Midland on your mind. Never thought you'd be the man to have a lover and a wife. One day you wake up and the feeling's all gone. Did it go all at once, or did you just now catch on? Well, I've been Jesus and Judas, a sinner and saint. I try walking a straight line, but most times I can't. Battle got a hold of me at 23 and never let go. I got some demons that you'll never know. Well, there's choices I've made, some I'll regret. I need to find forgiveness, but it ain't come just yet. No, it ain't come just yet. Whoa! been Jesus, Judas, a sinner and saint. I try walking a straight line. Most times I can't. The Bible got a hold of me. 23, never let go. I got some demons, but you'll never know. Honey, I'll beat these demons, but you'll never know.
This is UvaldeRadio.net, about to wrap up Friday Night Live. We are live at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. It's been a pleasure catching up. It's been a minute, man, with Drew Moreland and the new song, or that's one of the older songs, called Sinner and Saint. Going to give us a quick background on that one, too.
Well, man, that was a solo write, and I hate to say it, but I lived every word of that song.
Yeah.
Just wrote them down, and a lot of times the best stuff I write, I don't try to write the song, it just comes out, and it turns out I write a lot in the bathroom, like just sitting on the edge of the tub with a guitar because the acoustics are so good. You know?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so that was one of those.
That's awesome, man. So give me another idea. Any more details about the songwriting process? Do you sit down with a cup or a beer and go, I'm going to write? Or
usually
is it a lot of time
it's a
just hits you on
flask
the road,
of vodka.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think the last one I did like that, I actually roomed with two of my musicians in the band, James and Garrett. And I got home, I really wanted to get some sleep, and they were in the living room jamming out, and I'm not ever going to tell them to stop. So I took 2 Benadryl, a couple shots of vodka, went and laid down. I still couldn't sleep. So I went to the bathroom with my guitar, and I wrote a song called Highway Through This Town that came out really good.
Nice.
But most of the time, if I'm on the road, if I have an idea, like lyrics that just hit me that go together, I'll write them down in a notepad. And at some point in the year when I want to write something, I'll draw from that. Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, I love hearing about your process, man. It's great to have you back in Uvalde. Excited to hear about your big tour, hopefully, that comes to fruition
Absolutely.
next year.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're wrapping up summer. We're heading into the fall, into a new school year, and maybe even holidays. Any other more short-term plans for Drew Moreland or anybody else?
I'm actually working on selling my house on my personal life.
Wow, okay.
I'm going to buy a bus and just be mobile for a while.
Very cool, man.
Really stoked about that. I'm at a point where I don't have to worry about mowing my lawn then, and there's enough money wrapped up in that to take care of me for a while. So
now, is there a certain reason for this type of shift, or is something you've always thought about?
I'm just tired of taking care of the place, and I just want to be on the road more.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're an interesting cat, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. Going to get everybody one more time, the website, socials, whatever, the best way to get a hold of you and your music, man.
You can get a hold of us on Facebook and Instagram pretty easily. I have a Snapchat and a Twitter, but,
It's because you're a man, Drew. Because you're a grown man.
Yeah. And, again, you can stream all the music, Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, Apple Music, YouTube. Anything else they come up with is probably there, too.
Hey, before we wrap it up, let's give a shout-out because your radio promoter is Mark Sebi.
That's right, yeah.
So shout-out to Mark Sebi.
Sebi Music Group. He's done me really well,
TIRC and all
yeah.
the other things he's in.
Good friends
I know
of mine.
he had been ailing, had a hospital visit here recently.
That's right,
so he's doing better?
He's recovering, yeah.
All right.
He's getting there.
We love that guy. We actually had him in this room a few months ago. He brought one of his artists through.
Awesome.
And got him live on the air.
Oh, you got him down there for that?
Yeah, he actually came down here for a thing. He was healthy then. So.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get him back in Uvalde again. So anyway, shout out to Mark. Mark, hope you're doing well. Recover, man. Get better. Get back to Uvalde. So it's going to wrap it up with Drew Moreland here on Friday Night Live. I'm Robert Miguel, and we're going to get back into regular programming. Come out and see us. Live music, 7 to 10 p.m. with UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, man.
Woo!